let's discuss the rather controversial Inventory Stela.
The Inventory Stela, which is dated to the 26th dynasty, attributes the Great Pyramid to Khufu.
Now here's where it gets really interesting, because the archaeologists claim that it's a fake, well, an ancient Egyptian fake, probably dated to around the 26th dynasty, so that's about 600 BC. And they say the reason that the Egyptians faked it was to make the Temple of Isis seem more important. Couldn't it just be that they replicated what they found in disrepair and maybe used their own language or jargon so that it was more understandable to the people of their era? Anyway, what does it actually say? Well, the stela presents a list of 22 divine statues owned by the Temple of Isis, and it goes on to claim that the temple existed since before the time of Khufu. But wait, there's even more interesting stuff. The text also says he found the house of Isis, mistress of the pyramid, by the side of the hollow of the Sphinx. Right, so he found the house of Isis. I assume this is one of the megalithic temples in front of the Sphinx. And he built his pyramid and a pyramid for his daughter beside the temple of the goddess Isis. So there's the house of Isis and the temple of Isis. This temple of Isis sounds like one of the great pyramids to me, and his pyramid and his daughter's pyramid are both satellite pyramids built by him from the ruins of what were on the plateau. But hey, that's just the way it sounds to me. It goes on to say, he restored the Sphinx, all covered in paint, of the guardian of the atmosphere, who guides the winds with his gaze. He replaced the back part of the Nemes headdress, which was missing, with gilded stone. The figure of this god, cut in stone, is solid and will last to eternity, keeping its face always looking towards the east. Furthermore, it states that lightning struck the back of that headdress on the Sphinx, and it badly damaged it. As I mentioned, it clearly states that the Sphinx was already in its place long before Pharaoh Khufu came to power, but it also hints that Khufu built his temple in the vicinity of the house of the Sphinx, and built his pyramid and his daughter's pyramid next to the house of Isis, which, as I said, I believe is one of the great pyramids, and that he restored the pyramid in order to gain favor with the gods. And his pyramid was hence in the presence of that structure in order to help him with the afterlife. The things that the ancient Egyptians would do to get into the good books of the gods. But this isn't the only indication of ancient Egyptians doing restoration work. It's actually quite a common theme. There's a very clear record of regular restoration on older sites. And check my episodes on Kayem Waset as an example, because that's really interesting.